Hello and welcome to our Christmas message church. It is lovely to see you. Do you like the hat? I think it looks pretty cool on a day like this as we celebrate Christmas. So welcome along to Message Church, and it's good to see you. Whether you normally join us at All Saints or you come and join us at High Cross, or whether you just watch this Message Church because you enjoy seeing all the different things that happen. Lovely to see you. And it's great to have you with us. My name's Andy, and it's my responsibility to guide us through our message church today. Lots of visitors are coming to join us, and I look forward to introducing those to you and telling you about them in a few moments' time. But for those of us who join us at Message Church nearly every week over the last few months, we always start with our opening prayer. It's a way of saying not just hello to one another, but we say hello to God as well. So it's a lovely thing to do. So we'd love you to join in. The words will appear on the screen for you to join in now. Dear God, thank you that you welcome us, that you love us, and you love to spend time with us. We welcome you into our homes today. Be with us by your Spirit in our homes and in our lives. Amen. Amen. So it's good to welcome God along to our message church. And I don't mind if you're watching at home. I don't mind if you're sitting in a car watching this on a tablet, or you're sitting there watching it on a phone somewhere. I don't mind. God doesn't mind. We don't mind at all. It's just lovely to have you along at our Christmas message church this week. We've also got something very exciting to tell you about later on concerning next week. So please keep watching and listening, and we'll share more with you about that very soon. Anyway, today at Message Church, we've got some craft. Thanks to Jill again, we've got an amazing craft. Surprisingly, it's about a Christmas tree, but not just one kind of Christmas tree. There are two kinds of Christmas trees you can make this week. So watch out for the craft later on. Judy's here with her food. This week it involves puff pastry. I like puff pastry. Nutella. Nutella. And let's just say you'll end up eating it all in the end. And it also involves kind of a Christmas tree as well. So we've got Judy coming along with some cooking and baking to do later on as well. Now, I've got some special friends who you may recognise coming along to tell us about the Christmas story today. They're from some of the Open the Book team. I think you'll recognise some of the faces. And this week, I have some special friends that have come to join us to help us along with the songs this week. They've been making some Christmas songs up and recording them, and they said they'd like to come and join us this week as well. So they're coming along to join us too. So lots of visitors, lots of things to do as we celebrate the Christmas story and the arrival of Jesus. So let's start with the first song. So over to my friends. And they'll get us in the mood for Christmas.
Christmas, Christmas. Well, there's a chill in the air, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, 'cause it's Christmas. It's dark and damp, but inside we're feeling bright. Inside we're feeling bright, 'cause it's Christmas. The streets are lit up with Christmas lights. Children are smiling with delight, 'cause it's Christmas. Talking about Christmas. Christmas, Christmas. There's a chill in the air, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, 'cause it's Christmas. It's dark and damp, but inside we're feeling bright. Inside we're feeling bright, 'cause it's Christmas. The streets are lit up with Christmas lights. Children are smiling with delight, 'cause it's Christmas. Talking about Christmas. Christmas, R-I-S-T. Talking about Christmas. Christmas, R-I-S-T. Talking about Christmas. Christmas, R-I-S-T. Talking about Christmas.
Thank you very much. So do you get the idea? It's about Christmas, and Christmas celebrating the birth of Jesus. And we're going to think about that story from the Bible now with the help of some of the Open the Book team, otherwise known as Alf and Chris and Anne and Andy and myself. Some of the team, we got together and we filmed the Christmas story in a slightly different way to maybe you've seen it before. So here comes the Christmas story that we celebrate at Christmas time. Do you get the idea? It's Christmas.
Good news! God is sending someone special into the world, and he will be a great king, and his name will be Jesus. And guess what? He wants you to be his mother.
Me?
Good news! God is sending someone special into the world, and he will rescue everyone from all the bad things they had done. And he will be God's own son. And guess what? He wants you to take his mother Mary as your wife and to raise baby Jesus as your own.
Oh, bad news, Mary, bad news. The rulers of our country, they want to count us to see how many of our people there are. Oh dear, and to make it easier for them, then they want us to go back to our hometown. That means a trip all the way from Nazareth to Bethlehem. And with the baby due so soon.
Oh.
Bad news! There's not one room left in Bethlehem.
Oh no!
As the young lady is expected and all, why don't you spend the night in my stable?
Oh, that's kind.
What kind of
This way.
Good news, Mary! Look! There we are! It's a boy, a baby boy, just as God promised! God's own son! And there in your arms, we're going to call him Jesus.
Good news! God has sent someone special into the world, the someone you have been waiting for. If you hurry into Bethlehem, you can see him for yourselves. He's just a baby now, wrapped up warmly and lying in a manger. But one day he will save you all from that is wrong. One day he will bring you peace.
Then the angels filled the sky with a good news song. The shepherds went to Bethlehem and made a good news visit. And on that very first Christmas day, Mary just watched and rocked her baby and smiled a good news smile.
Brilliant. Thank you, the Open the Book team. Thank you for all your help in putting together our Christmas stories. So we hope that something of the Christmas story in the way it was shared today will just kind of stay with you in the busyness of this time of the year, in remembering that very special baby that was born at Christmas time. Now, to help us think about the story a little bit more, I'm very grateful to Judy because she's done some cooking for us. As I said earlier on, puff pastry, Nutella, and you can land up eating it. So we're going to go and join Judy and see what great delight you could make after watching Messy Church today.
Hello everybody. Today we're going to make a Nutella Christmas tree. It's really easy. All you need is a roll of ready-made puff pastry, a jar of Nutella and an egg which we'll mix up and put on for a glaze. So unroll your pastry, that's what I've done here, and then I'm going to cut out a Christmas tree shape, just the triangle from one side. And then across the bottom, so I've got that. It's not going to stick. And then I'm going to cover that with spread it with Nutella, just on the tree part. I tried this once before and the family really loved it. So I'm sure you will if you like Nutella. Now I'm going to move those spare bits out of the way and put this one on top and cut down. So what have I done with my knife? Cut down here so we've got the Christmas tree with the Nutella in between. Where is it? Here. And along there. I suppose you could do that, cut them both together, but I was afraid I might not be able to pull it apart if I did that. Now, what we've got to do to make the branches is cut along, but leave a gap in the middle, like that, and again, all the way up. Like that. And the same on the other side. Try and make it match. I've put the oven on already and I've put some paper on my oven tray so it won't stick. And what we could do is make a star. Oh, I forgot to get my star cutter out. I'll do that later. Do the same with put a star on the top. Now these, you try to curl them over. Curl them over very carefully, each one, like this. Or perhaps I should put the egg on first. That's an idea. I haven't done this for a while, so I've forgotten. Put the egg on first, that'll make it a nice golden colour. You can see this is really quick, and it's really quick to eat as well. We shall have it for our Sunday lunch, because that's when I'm doing it. Now I'm going to turn them over. Try and do this, it makes it look pretty. Oh, that one's not properly cut. It's a bit fiddly. As you know, it's got the egg on, it's a bit sticky. Perhaps it might have been easy to do it. Do the egg afterwards. Tricky. The long ones are easy, the short ones are not so easy. I'm going to lift the whole thing very carefully onto the oven tray and put it in the oven. Doesn't take very long. And I'll write the whole recipe down for you to have the recipe. The recipe makes it look complicated. I've just got to make the star. Now it's out of the oven. It hasn't quite worked as planned. The star has fallen off the top and there's lots of Nutella squidging out, but I think it will taste okay. And let it cool down and then I can slide it onto this plate and the family will enjoy pulling pieces off, and I'm sure you will too.
Thank you, Judy. Does that look good? Hey, it looked very good. I felt like eating it as I just watched on the video all that Judy has made. So I hope you enjoy making that one day. And as always, the recipe will be, if you need it, at the end on our website. Now, to help us carry on thinking about Christmas, our friends are here again with another song, and we're going to enjoy that song.
Oh yeah, yo dudes, I got some good news. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. Hey Mary, I got some good news. Yes, Mary, I got some good news. Hey Mary, I got some good news. It's good news. Hey Mary, don't be afraid. No Mary, don't be afraid. Hey Mary, don't be afraid. It's good news. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. Oh yeah. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. Yeah. Hey Mary, God has chosen you. Yes, Mary, God has chosen you. Hey Mary, God has chosen you. It's good news. Hey Mary, you're gonna have God's son. Yes, Mary, you're gonna have God's son. Hey Mary, you're gonna have God's son. It's good news. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. Oh yeah. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. I'm gonna say that again, come on. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. One more time. The most amazing, exciting, fantastic, incredible news. Come on, you lot. Let's see those dance moves. Oh yeah. Is this good news or is this good news?
You're having a laugh.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for that song. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed joining in with it. And we're going to carry on being a little bit busy at Messy Church now because Jill's here with her craft for our Christmas edition of Messy Church this week. And you get a couple of options of things you can make this week from Jill. Just at the end, Jill said that when they were filming it with her husband Peter, the battery ran out on the phone. So it's somewhat ends very abruptly, but do not worry. But when it ends, you'll see a picture of the end results for you to see what you can make after watching the Messy Church this week. So over to Jill, and Jill, thanks for your help.
Hello everybody. Today we're going to make a couple of Christmas trees. And we're going to start with this one. So what you need for this is a paper plate. And the very thin, cheap plates are the best. The first thing you need to do is paint it green. Now I haven't got any paints, so I've coloured that with crayons. But you can paint it green and then let it dry. Okay? Then you need to cut it into your 3 pieces. So first of all we cut out a quarter, another piece a bit bigger, and that leaves us with a bigger still piece. So we've got 3 pieces at different sizes. Put those over there. Then on each piece you want to make 6 holes round the bottom with a hole punch. I started this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. And you want to take some ribbon and start threading it through. So put a little bit of tape on the back to hold it still, and then thread it through the holes. I'm not sure this piece is going to reach to the end of here, but we'll see. Or maybe just about. And a bit of tape on the back again. Like that. And it doesn't actually need to be tight. It's sometimes nicer if it's like this, a little bit looser. Okay. So when you've got all your ribbon on, then you want to put your tree together. So put one on top of the other like this and staple them at the edges. The smallest one at the top. Oh. if you're worried about little fingers, you can always put some tape across the back of the staples as well, so that they're not sticking up at all. And when you've done that, you can decorate it however you like with whatever you like. I use some of these little baubles to stick on, and some sticky dots. I put some dots on mine as well, I think, yes. And then on the top, cut out a little star. If you've got gold paper, that's great, or you can colour one yellow or gold. Again, we can tape that on the back. And you could probably stick that as well, couldn't you? And on the bottom, oh no, I've lost my tape. You want a nice piece of cut. If you've got some stiff card, that's best, maybe a packet that's come or a box. And tape that on the back at the bottom. Oh, the star's gone. So there's our tree. Hopefully you've decorated yours nicely. And then for the pot, you just need a little yogurt pot or something like that. And just wrap foil around it and cover it. And you do need something quite heavy inside it, so you could use Play-Doh or plasticine. I've got some pebbles in mine. Stand your tree in it, and hopefully, oh, my pebbles will hold it up. Got to cover them. Like that. And then put some cotton wool round to make your snow. Cover up what's inside. So that's how you make that tree. I'll put that over there. And we'll show you these ones. So these can either stand on your side or they could stand on your dinner table. You could write your family's names on them. They could have one in their place each. These two I made out of wrapping paper. This one's just white paper. This one's green card. And again, I've decorated that with the little pom-poms and little dots. So you want your paper or your card. Let's get that crease up my mat. There we go. You also need to make a template for your tree because all the trees must be exactly the same. So you need to draw around your template on your paper and then cut them all out. These have all got, this one's got 3 cut out. This one and this one have got 4. And this one's actually got 5. He's got a lot. So when you've cut them out, you need to fold them down the middle as neatly as you can. So you go from the point down to the bottom. And then you'll have all 4 folded up. Get your glue. And glue them all together. So we'll put glue on this one. If you're using paper, be careful because sometimes it will tear a bit when you're doing that. And you need to line them up. The easiest way is to line up the backs, the straight bit along the back. So line them up and glue it to the top. Glue that one. Line the next one up along the back. Glue it down. And the last one. There they all are, all stuck together. And now we need to make them open up. So you need to glue this top one. and then very carefully open it up and bring the back one right round to meet it and stick those two together. So then you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, like that.
Thank you again, Jill. Hope you enjoy going away and maybe making those Messy Church Christmas crafts for your house or flat or even your car, maybe somewhere in the garage, just somewhere to put them to remind you of our Christmas story today. Now we're starting to come near the end of our time at Messy Church, but we just wanted to remind you of 1 or 2 special things coming up in the coming days. If you'd like to know more about all that's going on at All Saints Church over the Christmas period, particularly things that will be online that you can go to, or 1 or 2 things you might be able to attend, then please have a look at the All Saints Church Motherford website. All the information you will need is there for you. Also, I'm back again, we've got some booklets that talk more about the Christmas story. And if you would like one of these booklets to read together as a family or to give to someone you know, then please get in touch with us and we'll be happy to either put one through your letterbox or drop one in the post for you. So please ask about that. And again, at the end, a contact email address will come up if you'd like one of those booklets. Now we have a very special event coming up next week because instead of having our Messy Church Week next week, we are going to have a Christingle celebration. We're going to have an opportunity to make a Christingle. It's a way of thinking about the special time of year of Christmas, either before or after, and the birth of Jesus. And in making a Christingle that involves an orange and silver foil and candles and bits of fruit and raisins and sweets and cocktail sticks. You don't eat the cocktail sticks, okay? You make something called a Christingle, and it's there to remind us about Christmas and the birth of Jesus. So on Saturday, the 19th of December at 4 o'clock on our Facebook page, so just where you are now, being able to watch today's Messy Church, we'll have a special Christingle service that you can watch and join in with and see how to make a Christingle. But you might be saying, hold on Andy, but I haven't got all those things. Well, if you would like a Christingle kit delivered to your home so you can join in as a family or as an individual and make your own Christingle, then please get in touch with us. If you got this email from Judy telling you about Messy Church, please email her back, or again at the end you'll see a contact email and we'll make sure we get to you a Christingle kit so that you can make a Christingle and join in with us all on Saturday the 19th of December at 4 o'clock. We will be making a Christingle and enjoying that time together. So lots of things to come up and lots of things at All Saints and next week in our Christingle event to join in as well. So it's been lovely to be with you today. Thank you for carrying on watching these Messy Churches, and we will continue each week, one way or another, to send something out that will help us all as we carry on seeking to follow Jesus and learn more about him. But we're coming near to the end of our time, and we always end our time with our Messy Church prayer. And again, that will come up on the screen, and if you'd like to join in with it, then please do. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all now and forevermore. And what that prayer means is that wherever we go, whatever we do, God is there with us. And we can say hello to him and get to know him anytime we want. So it's been lovely to be with you again this week. If we don't see you before Christmas, on behalf of us all at All Saints Church, we hope you have a lovely Christmas. And on behalf of Messy Church too, We hope you've enjoyed being part of our Message Church event today and enjoy making the activities, the craft and the cooking, and possibly asking about one of these booklets, or joining us next week at our Christingle event as well. Please do keep in touch, and we look forward to being with you again next week or seeing you again in the new year. But don't forget, hang on to the end of this video and you'll see the contact addresses coming up so you know who to get in contact with. Take care, have a lovely Christmas, and hope to see you next year or even next week at Christingle. That'll be lovely. Bye.